The Land That Swallows. We never found the dogs, only their leashes, still warm. That was the first line in Deputy Asa Mullen's incident report from August 3, 1997, filed 3 hours after he was called to the Blacksoil timberline by a frantic couple on a morning hike. The area, just outside Rook Ridge Hollow, had long been considered cursed ground. Locals whispered about disappearances, flickering lights, and sounds that didn't belong to any known animal. But until that day, there had been no real record, just rumor, fog, and bad dreams. The couple, tourists from Phoenix, had been walking their 2 golden retrievers near the tree line of the Bone Towers, a forest of towering, chalk-white rock formations that loomed over the timberline like ancient sentinels. The dogs had darted ahead, barking wildly. Then, silence. The couple reached the clearing where the dogs had vanished, only to find their leashes lying side by side in the dirt. No blood, no struggle, no sound. Deputy Mullen's dash-cam footage from that morning, now sealed in an evidence vault, showed something else. A low humming noise, faint, but growing louder as he approached the clearing. The trees around him seemed to sway against the wind, as if moved by something underground. That was the first official day the town acknowledged the Blacksoil. Interview excerpt from local historian Miriam Claiborne, 2001. They say the bone towers aren't made of stone at all, but compressed bone, not human, not animal, something older. And the Blacksoil? That's what grows over where something refuses to stay buried. The missing years. By 1999, 5 more people had gone missing near the bone towers. Hikers, a fire watch volunteer, and a visiting geologist. Each case shared 3 things in common: no remains, no witnesses, and dead radio silence the moment they stepped on to the Blacksoil. The federal government quietly labeled the area a restricted geological zone, citing unstable ground composition. But one man refused to let the mystery rot. Elijah Ward, a former field cartographer turned independent investigator, had lost his sister, Dana, in the spring of 2000. She was last seen entering the Bone Towers on a solo camping trip for her thesis on mineral formations. Her last voicemail, left at 3:12 a.m., was filled with static, but one thing stood out. "There's something breathing under the ground, Eli. It's hollow. It's moving. I hear voices inside the rocks. I'm not alone." Elijah moved to Rook Ridge Hollow 6 months later. He rented a trailer, mounted signal repeaters, and began cataloging every known report of strange phenomena. He posted flyers, interviewed locals, and created detailed topographic maps of the terrain. Then, in 2004, he went missing too. What he left behind was a box, labeled Bone Towers, open if I'm gone. Inside were 6 journals filled with terrain sketches and field notes, 5 cassette tapes labeled with dates and locations, a hand-drawn map marked with red X's, each one labeled with initials and dates. One journal entry dated October 9, 2003. They aren't towers. They're teeth. Fossilized, yes, but not dead. Something ancient molted here. What we're walking on is its skin. The soil hums because the rest of it is dreaming beneath. I think it dreams of hunger. Elijah was never found, but 2 years later, 2 teenage brothers wandering off a camping trail discovered something terrifying. A human tooth, the size of a fist, embedded in one of the bone towers. It was perfectly preserved, with root nerves still intact.
DNA analysis matched it to no known species, but its enamel contained trace elements consistent with human bone. The Awakening. In 2015, a military-grade drone accidentally veered off course during a training mission in northern Idaho. It crashed near Rook Ridge Hollow, and while recovering it, officials discovered a cavern beneath the bone towers, one not found on any geological record. Within weeks, the entire area was cordoned off. Locals were told it was for environmental cleanup. But whistleblower footage sent anonymously to the Fear Archive in 2017 showed something far more disturbing. Soldiers entering the cavern in hazmat suits, emerging pale, vomiting, and speechless. One, captured on camera before he was sedated, kept repeating a single word: mouth, mouth, mouth. In that same footage, at timestamp 4313, you can briefly see the interior wall of the cavern. Carvings, repeating spirals, and at the center, a shape like a screaming face. One later matched to cave paintings found in Mongolia, Bolivia, and remote parts of Papua New Guinea, all dated to before 10,000 BC. The carvings all shared a name: Othaloon. Final entry, cassette tape number 5, Elijah Ward. If you find this, stay out of the black soil. It's not a place, it's a wound. The bone towers are just the scabs, and when it opens again, we won't get a second warning. If you feel the ground humming, it's already too late. Static. It remembers the taste of us. Many believe the government quietly detonated explosives inside the cavern to seal it forever. But geologists who have studied seismic activity in the area say something different. The tremors didn't go inward, they pulsed outward, as if something beneath the towers was breathing in, and then waking up. Subscribe to the Fear Archive for more cinematic mysteries.